So, with the release of Cyberpunk Edge Runners and the Edge Runner update for Cyberpunk 2077, I decided that I was going to buy the collector's edition that you see just behind me. And I thought I'd do an unboxing video for everybody that hasn't seen it before, and you guys get to see what I get in there. But before we get into it, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. So, let's get on with it and see what we have. Is this bit here. And let's see what we have inside. So, first off, we have the actual game itself. Now, the thing I'm going to say about this is completely sealed, completely factory sealed. I'm not going to open it up right this second, but the code that is inside I will be giving away in the near future, so stay tuned for a Cyberpunk 2077 code. Assuming it's Steam, but we'll definitely see. And I'll say to you guys how you can essentially win that code. Inside, it's also got the original score CD, a world compendium, some stickers, some postcards, and a game map. So I'll probably edit that once I actually open it up and show you guys what's in there. And what we've got in this cool as crap box, we have, make sure I'm not damaging anything, we've got the Cyberpunk official art book, which no doubt has got some stunning images in here. And we won't go over every single page, but you guys are seeing the gist of what's in here. And there's some pretty awesome artwork in this book. It's absolutely chonky and I love it. Then we have the steelbook, which I don't think anything will be inside, but we'll definitely see. No, there's nothing inside there, but there's the steelbook there. Artwork on the other side. There is a evidence baggie, and it's really cool. It's got a book in there as well, and by the looks of it, it's like a comic. Now I'm going to just very, very carefully open this up. I mean, I will be keeping this set, so I have no problem opening any of it up. But we'll have a look and see what's in the book, and then we're going to pop it back into the little evidence baggie after the fact. So, it's a no man's guide, and in there, it's just, let's see, a lot of information and things in there. Really interesting little book. And it's just got different things about the city and guides of what's going on. So it's very, very interesting. This is Ollie, if you can see him. He's being a little pest and he's trying to get in the way of the recording, which is funny because he's not been wanting attention off me for a little while, but he's just suddenly got curious when I started recording and talking to the camera, which is the interesting part of this. Oh, need to make sure I don't get that stuck to that. I'll edit out any long bits. What I'll do, just pop that down like that now. And the next thing we've got is, so this is a bunch of stickers that are in here. Now it looks like it's like a post-it note of stickers. So there's a lot of different stickers in here. Arasaka ones, Trauma Team ones. No doubt there's going to be other ones for different gangs and different things. So you've got that in there. Again, not going to go through all of them because that would take up a lot more time than I think it needs. Pop that carefully back in there. What's this one? Ooh. This one has two badges, which I'll bring close to the cameras. So you've got this one here, which is the Militech one, which is pretty cool. I actually really like that pin. And then we have the Night City Heat pin, which again, really, really cool. Really, really awesome. That's obviously commemorating the certain explosion caused by a certain character in Cyberpunk, which we won't go into for people that don't already know. so far it's so good. There's a lot of cool stuff in this. And we'll pop that back in. And the next thing we've got, oh, that was the wrong way up. Oh, this one's pretty awesome. So this is a key ring, and it's a car. It's like a proper car. And then you've got the, well, I'm assuming it's a Delamain, because that looks like a D to me. So that's a Delamain car and Delamain logo. I could be wrong about that, but if somebody could correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, it's quite hefty, it's quite heavy. So quite a awesome keychain to have on the collector's edition. Though I doubt I'll ever use it as a keychain. I'll probably have it decorating something somewhere. There's a lot of stuff to put on my shelves now, basically. And the last thing in this section, which feels rather light. Oh, this is a cool one. So it's some patches for like jackets, bags, wherever you really want to put them in. Now, because there's only a couple of them in here, I'm going to open it up and we'll have a look. So you've got the samurai one, which in itself is really awesome. You've got, I'm trying to think of what that one is. That one there, if you know what it is, leave it down in the comments. I can't think of what that one is. And then you've got just the Night City one with the skull logo and the kind of Miami style, the Miami style look in the back of there. So all three of them are really cool. Again, I don't know if I'd ever attach them to anything, because I don't know if I've got any clothes that I would not wreck, basically. Don't know what's still on there. So we'll pop that back in. And we'll get these lined up again, because I don't want them to get ruined and messed with. And what I'm going to do is we're going to edit this a little bit, and we'll restart when I've got this all packed away, so it's, you know, not going to get attacked by the dog. And before I pack this bit away, I just wanted you guys to see the inside of the box. It's got all these signatures on it, and you can see loads of different things on here, and they just look, it just looks really cool. Really cool box, really cool artwork. And then that's all the other stuff kind of fitting in there. So we have the polystyrene box that's in here, and there's a bunch of different things inside this. The first is this platform, which, oh, back up there, let you get a look at it. You can see we've got the little baggie with the pig on it. There's Ollie saying hello. And it's got Kanchu Canteen stuff. You've got a gun sitting there. You've got no future written on these. It's just a very cool platform. And we'll pop it up there because it would be nice and stable. The next part of what we've got is, oh god, it's stuck on a little bit. Now you can see here, it's like, if you've ever watched the anime Akira, it's a very Akira style bike. Try to think of what the brand is that's on it. You can see there's this guy here, and all these little bits. It's got some quite delicate details on it, so I'm going to be very careful with it while the dog's here. But you can see all these little details on here. It's pretty awesome. And what this does is, make sure it's, I think it slots in that way. Try to make sure. Because of the way it's sitting, I'm almost certain it slots in that way. You pop that in like that, and I'll just take a look at the picture, just to make sure I'm not assembling it wrong. Yeah, it definitely goes in that way. And then the last piece of this is V. Now, as you can see here, oh, just got all the plastics on. This is V with his samurai jacket, his gun's drawn, and he's aiming forward. It's got this little metal bit here for his foot, which goes in here. And we basically slot them in, And there you have it. The fully assembled statue. Now, I think it's awesome. I think it's absolutely awesome. It's quite a hefty piece of plastic. It's got all these kind of little delicate details on it, which are really interesting. I'm really, really happy to have gotten it. And I will be displaying it in the background with my streams. My dog's chewing on plastic. So, I've opened up the box and we're going to have a look inside. So obviously you've got your game. And here we have the code, which I will be giving away to one lucky viewer, subscriber, whatever we decide. Inside here we have a bunch of other things, like welcome to Night City. It's got information about free DLCs and whatnot that you get by purchasing the game in the first place. So that's there. You've got some pretty cool little stickers, again, some samurai ones, Night City Heat, and some just Cyberpunk stickers in general that are on there. They have an advertisement for the store for Cyberpunk merchandise. There is a map of Night City, which I don't know if I should fold it out completely, because no doubt if I fold it out completely I won't be able to get it back quite the way I want it. But is it the right way up? No, that's the way it wants to be. You can see there. So we'll fold that down. That will go quite nicely with my Witcher map that I actually have from my original Witcher game, Witcher 3 rather. You've got the soundtrack disc in here as well, so an actual soundtrack CD. Unfortunately it's not going to contain any of the newer tracks from Edge Runners and whatnot, but you'd expect that, wouldn't you? You'd expect it not to have Edge Runners on there. And then the last set of things that seem to be in here is whatever these are. So it's some Night City postcards. I'll just take it very delicately out of this little holder. We've got this first postcard here, followed by this one here, and lastly, oh no, I'm going backwards there, there's this one here. Overall, it's just showing some really awesome artwork in Cyberpunk, and I love all this kind of stuff. It's just very, very me, the kind of merchandise and stuff that's coming in this. And then the last thing here is a world compendium. So it's got some information about certain locations and the world and whatnot. About fixers, all that kind of thing. It's basically like a little kind of instruction manual style thing. Has all the different gangs and whatnot on there as well. And some of the different weapons and whatnot. So yeah, I think overall one of the better collector's editions that I actually own, and I do own a few. So if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that usual stuff, and we'll catch you next time in probably Night City. See you guys.